What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Friday, May 15th. These picks apply for the DraftKings Showdown slate. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, real quick for those who don't know how these simulated slates work, everything works the same. You build a full lineup using the players available in the slate. The only difference is the fantasy points each player scores is a fantasy score from any game that player has played so far this year. Only players with at least 15 games played are in the player pool. Pretty simple. They just take a score at random from previous games that player has played, and that's it. So knowing how that works, we've added some tools to Draft Dashboard so you can see all the possible outcomes of scores from each player, and we show the percent chance that the player has to score in each point range. So pretty handy. You can hover over the Sim Scores button and see right here exactly what scores this player can get for this contest. It will be one of these at random. And then you can see what percent chance they have to score in these point ranges. Okay, remember, we have a daily cheat sheet for esports for League of Legends, and that's linked from the Sports tab right at the top of Draft Dashboard. We finally got our sim tools working for MLB on FanDuel. So you can now go tap on that MLB tab at the top of the site and see the percent chance to score within these fantasy point ranges. So for example, Jose Altuve, he has a 17% chance to score 60 plus fantasy points. It's really handy to know so you know what you're getting into with each of your MLB picks. Okay guys, let's take a look at this DraftKings showdown between the Sacramento Kings and the Utah Jazz. So I'm going to start off by giving you the top value play of the slate, and that's Jabari Parker, projected at 27.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's 7.7 times value. He's 3,600 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. An 18% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 42% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 33% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, a 3% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points, and a 3% chance to score 60 plus fantasy points. So that's a 39% chance to score 30 fantasy points or more and crush value. So I like Jabari Parker here at 3,600 DraftKings salary. Another nice value play here is Richaun Holmes, projected at 29.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 7.4 times value. He's 4,000 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. An 8% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 49% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 36% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, and an 8% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points. So you're looking at a 44% chance to score 30 fantasy points or more and get you over 7.5 times value. So I like Richaun Holmes here at 4,000 DraftKings salary. And another value play for you is Mike Conley, projected at 26.2 fantasy points here tonight. He's 4,400 DraftKings salary, projected at 26.2 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.9 times value. I think I might prefer Richaun Holmes for 400 less, but if you need another value play, let's take a look at these sim scores. A 20% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 46% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, and a 34% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points. So I like Mike Conley if you need him here at 4,400 DraftKings salary. So we got tons of value on the slate. A nice mid-range play here is Nemanja Bjelica, projected at 27.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.5 times value. He's 6,000 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. An 11% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 48% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 36% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, and a 5% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points. So now you're only going to play this guy if you have just enough extra salary. You know, if you got an extra 2,000 salary instead of playing a 4,000 player because you've already used those previous value plays, you just got a little extra salary. This guy fits nicely. So I like Nemanja Bjelica here at 6,000 DraftKings salary. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. So look, guys, I know there's not a lot of sports playing right now, but we are posting a daily cheat sheet for esports for the League of Legends contests, and we just added these new DFS tools for the NBA simulated slates. We're going to be updating our tools to help you pick the best players for these sim sports, and I think these tools are going to give you a big advantage. There's no human element here. This is a stats game. This is a math problem. This is where our tools can really help you identify the numbers, the percent chance these players are going to score within these point ranges, so you know what you're getting into with each pick. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of studs for tonight. I like Rudy Gobert, projected at 40.1 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4 times value. He's 10,000 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at these sim scores. A 0% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 21% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 48% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, and a 32% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points. So I like Rudy Gobert here at 10,000 DraftKings salary. Now I don't mind De'Aaron Fox here at 10,800, but I think I would pay $200 more for Donovan Mitchell, projected at 38.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 3.5 times value. He's 11,000 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. A 2% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 19% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 58% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, a 20% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points, and a 2% chance to score 60 fantasy points or more. So I like Donovan Mitchell here at 11,000 DraftKings salary. Let's just compare him to De'Aaron Fox. So you see De'Aaron Fox has a 13% chance to score 45 to 60 and a 4% chance to score 60 fantasy points or more, compared to Donovan Mitchell, which has a 20% chance for 45 to 60 and a 2% chance for 60 fantasy points or more. So, I mean, those are the studs you're going to be looking at here. And you know, Rudy Gobert doesn't make a bad captain because he has a 32% chance to score 45 to 60. Yeah, he doesn't have that 60 plus upside, but De'Aaron Fox only has a 4%. Donovan Mitchell only at 2%, so those guys might not hit their 60 plus upside, making Rudy Gobert the best captain on the slate. So those are my picks for tonight's DraftKings Showdown. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck. Okay guys, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit that red subscribe button. We put out new fantasy basketball videos every single day. So if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification, you won't miss out on any of our new fantasy basketball and fantasy football videos. Tons of free stuff coming your way. It only takes a second, and it helps us push out more fantasy content for you guys to consume each and every day. It's because of you subscribers that make this possible. So thank you for supporting this channel. This is a quick reminder, you should be reading the comments of this video. We have some savvy basketball fans who watch these videos, and they often give great plays and call me out when my picks are wrong. Wisdom of the crowd is a great way to get a feel for what players the field likes in today's NBA slate. We also have a DFS tool that shows you what players our members like for today's slate, so you can come on in and check that out.